Namaste everyone. Good morning my dear students. Yesterday we discussed civics part judiciary chapter 5. Yes, we'll continue the discussion today also. Yes, what is today's date? 17th December. Yes. Social science class. Class 8. Yes, we started civics chapter 5, judiciary. Yes. Okay. So in the yesterday's class, what did we discuss? First, we discussed structure of courts in India. Yes. At the apex, topmost court, which is the topmost court? Supreme Court of India. Yes. Supreme Court of India, it is the apex court, topmost court. Yes. Then Supreme Court, after below that High Court, below that District Court. Yes. At the top, apex, Supreme Court of India. Yes, which is situated where? New Delhi. It is situated in New Delhi. Yes. Then High Court. High Court at state level. At state level. Yes, correct. Then district courts. Then district court at town level. Yes. So apex court is the topmost court. Okay. This was the structure of courts in India. Then what did we discuss? We discussed integrated judicial system and appellate system. Integrated judicial system and appellate system. Appealing the higher court. Yes, appealing the higher court. What for? Yes, you appeal higher court. What do you mean by appeal? You are requesting a very serious request, a very heartfelt request. Whom do you appeal? You appeal to the higher courts. Yes, when you are not satisfied with the decision given at the lower courts, you appeal for higher courts. Appellate system. Yes. Then we saw state Delhi administration. Yes. Delhi administration versus Lakshman and others. Now who were others here? Lakshman's mother and Lakshman's brother. Yes, a 1985 case. Yes. In this case, we saw how the integrated judicial system and appellate system works. Yes. So, these all were the things which we learned in yesterday's class. Okay. Now, in today's class, we will discuss what are the different branches of the legal system, criminal law and civil law. Okay. branches of the legal system. What are the different branches of the legal system? Okay, so in today's class we'll see what are the different branches of the legal system. Okay, see, now in yesterday's class two more things also we discussed. We discussed about dowry and dowry debts. Dowry and dowry debts. Yes. Now what is a dowry? Yes, it is an amount of property or money brought by a bride, yes, to her husband's home at her marriage, at their marriage. It is an amount of property or money brought by bride to her husband's home, yes, during the wedding. That is dowry. What is dowry debt? Yes, what is dowry debt? See now, dowry debts are debts of married women. Now dowry debts are debts of married women. See, now they are murdered or they are harassed to that manner where they commit suicide. Yes. Now who harasses them and tortures them? Their husband and their husband's family, their in-laws. So what is dowry debt? Dowry debts are debts of married women who are murdered or driven to commit suicide. Yes, they are driven to commit suicide. Yes, by continuous harassment and torture by her husband and her in-laws. So this is dowry and dowry debts. Yesterday we already discussed these two things. So now see, now this case of dowry and dowry debts falls within what is considered as crime against society. Now this dowry and dowry debt. Now where do we put this thing, this case? It is crime against society. It is crime against society. Now this dowry and dowry debts, it falls within what is considered as crime against society. Okay. And it is a violation of criminal law. And it is a violation of criminal law. Violation of criminal law. Okay. Now see, yesterday we discussed dowry and dowry debts. Now, today we are discussing what are the different branches of the legal system. So now this, which one? This dowry and dowry debts, they fall under crime against society and their violation of criminal laws. Okay. In addition to criminal law, the legal system also deals with civil law cases. Here we saw criminal law. Then we have one more. It also, the legal system also deals with civil law cases. Yes. So the legal system deals with two cases. Yes. Yes. The legal system here. Yes. It deals with two things. Criminal law cases and civil law cases. Okay. a new civil law was passed in 2006. Yes, to protect women against domestic violence. See, in 2006, a new civil law was passed. New civil law was passed. A new civil law passed. What for? It was for to protect women. To protect women. To protect women against. Write down the things. Okay, these are the important things which I will be writing on the board. You should copy them down. Okay. To protect women against domestic violence. Domestic violence. Okay. Now you have a table in your book, criminal law and civil law. We'll just try to know that table so that you will clearly understand criminal law and civil law. Okay. Hope this is clear to you. If you have any doubt, you can ask me anytime, and especially during your evening FCC class. Yes. So now legal system. Yes. It has criminal law cases and civil law cases. Yes. And in 2006, a new civil law was passed to protect women against domestic violence. Okay. Now we will see criminal law and civil law. Okay, so criminal law, civil law. Now, criminal law deals with conduct or acts that the law defines as offenses. See, criminal law yes. See, legal system, it deals with criminal law as well as civil law. Yes, legal system. Yes, criminal law, civil law. Yes. So now first criminal law, it deals, yes, conducts or acts that the law defines as example. Law defines as offenses. Okay, example, theft. Example, theft and harassment. Harassing a woman. And harassing a woman to bring more dowry. Yes, harassing a woman. Yes, harassing a woman to bring more dowry. Yes, harassing a woman to bring more dowry. To bring more dowry. To bring dowry. And murder. Theft, harassing a woman and murder. And murder. Now these offenses, they are criminal offenses. Okay. Now civil law deals with any harm or injury to rights of individual. Any harm or injury. Any harm or injury. Yes. To an individual. Yes. So it is any harm or injury to rights of individual, to an individual or to rights of individual. Yes, to rights of individual. Yes. Now what are the examples of civil law? It is relating sale of land, purchase of good, rent matters, divorce cases. Yes. Purchase of lands, rent matters, divorce cases. Yes. Purchase of goods, sale of land, purchase of lands, goods. Yes, sale of lands, Yes. So, see, here you can see the difference of criminal law and civil law. Criminal law, any offenses, yes, any offenses. Examples: theft, harassing a woman to bring more dowry, murder. Yes. And here civil law, it deals with any harm or injury to rights of individual, purchase of lands, goods. Yes. Examples: rent matters, divorce cases, sale of lands. So civil law deals with all these things. Criminal law deals with all these things. Yes. So this is the first thing. The next thing. Now it usually begins with the lodging of an FIR with the police who investigate the crime, after which a case is filed in the court. Now, any one of these things have taken place. How does the investigation begin? By filing an FIR. You need to file FIR. What is FIR? First information report. FIR, first information report. Okay. See, if any one of these offenses have taken place, you need to lodge FIR. You need to file a case. Yes, it usually begins with the lodging of FIR with the police. You need to lodge FIR with the police. First information report. Yes, and then the police starts investigating the crime. See, when you file an FIR in the police station, the police officers, they start the investigation. Yes, after which a case is filed in the court. Okay. Okay, now here a petition. We need to file a petition. Okay. Here we file an FIR. Here we need to file a petition. Yes, a petition has to be filed before the relevant court by the affected party only. So a petition, you need to file a petition in the court, relevant court, the concerned court. Okay. Yes. Who should file the petition? A petition should be filed by the party, the concerned party only, the people who are involved in these matters. Okay. In the rent matter, either the landlord or tenant can file a case. Now, for example, who will file a petition if there is any dispute, any argument, any disagreement between the parties involved in these matters? Now, who will file a petition? Yes. So, for example, let us take about this rent matter. There is some dispute. There is some dispute between the owner and a tenant regarding rent issue. Okay. Now, either the owner of that particular place or the tenant who is living in that particular place, they have to file a petition. Okay. Either the tenant or the owner of the land has to file a petition in the relevant court. Okay. That is petition concerned with civil law. Okay. Now, what happens? If found guilty, the accused can be sent to jail and also fined. Now, here what happens? When a case is filed, see, a person goes and lodges a complaint first in the police station. The police starts the investigation and then a case is filed in the court. Then, if found guilty, yes, if found guilty, what happens? They are sent to jail and they are also fined. If found guilty, yes, imprisonment or fine or both. Okay. Now here, if found guilty in criminal offense, they are either imprisoned or fined or both. They are sent to jail or they are fined or they are sent to jail and they are also fined. Now here what happens? Okay, during in civil matters, the court gives the specific relief asked for. For instance, in a case between a landlord and a tenant, the court can order the flat to be vacated and pending rent to be paid. Now here, we discussed about the rent matter. Yes. Now, either a landlord or a tenant, they go and file a petition in the court. And what does the court orders? It orders what? Now the flat to be vacated or the pending rent to be paid. Okay. Here a person is not sent to a jail. A dispute, there is some disagreement between two persons, a landlord and a tenant. The court hears to both the people, yes, and sees whose fault it is. If the fault is of a tenant, the court asks the tenant to vacate the flat, to vacate the room and pay the pending bills. Okay, this takes place here. Okay, so this is all about criminal law and civil law. Okay, once again we will discuss criminal law and civil law. See, the legal system, yes, deals with our legal system deals with criminal law, civil law. Yes. Now criminal law deals with conducts or acts. Yes, conducts or acts. The law defines the conducts or acts which the law defines as offences. Example, theft, harassing a woman to bring more dowry, and murder. Okay. Now, if any one of these things takes place, yes, first an FIR is lodged in the police station, then the police starts the investigation. Yes, once the investigation of the crime takes place, after that a case filed in the court. Yes, when a case is filed in the court and if found guilty, the person is sent to jail or fined or both. Okay, this is all about criminal law. Then what happens in civil cases? Now, civil law deals with any harm or injury. It deals with any harm or injury to the rights of individual. Okay. Now, what are the examples of civil law? Which things? Purchase of lands, goods, rent matters, divorce cases, sale of lands. The civil deals with all these things. So, what happens? A petition has to be filed before the relevant court. If there is problem, if there is dispute in any one of these things, in any one of these cases, a petition, yes, you need to file a petition in the relevant court. When you file, a concerned party should file a petition in the relevant court. Now, for example, we will take rent matter. Either an owner or who? The tenant who are involved in that dispute, they should file a petition. Yes. Then when the court hears the petition filed, the court gives the specific relief asked for. Yes. Either the court may ask the tenant to vacate a flat or pay the remaining pending bills. Okay. So this is all about criminal law and civil law. Okay. We'll wind up today's class with this criminal law and civil law. Tomorrow we will discuss, does everyone